It's the Jef Clo Podcast Show. And please don't try to change the dial, let's hate the radio, cause it's the Jef Clo Podcast Show. Oh, it's Jef and Clo and Jef and Clo and Jef and Clo and Jef and Clo. And just in case you didn't remember, it's Jef and Clo. Jef and Clo.
Jef and Clo fans, welcome back to a live, well, not a live, but a non-best of episode.
Yes.
Yay!
Thanks for listening to all those episodes up till now.
Yes, and we hope everyone enjoyed the best of presentation that we provided for week 13.
I enjoyed it.
I thoroughly enjoyed the holy heck out of it.
Well, then it was righteously good.
Yeah, it was. And Dave, this was because we mentioned that the reason we did the best of episode was because you were going out of town to help your son Reagan move. And so in every episode prior, you've done all the magic, the editing. This was my first opportunity because you weren't around to put all those pieces together. And all I want to say is, God bless you. I understand all of the work you do, and that was just putting pieces together, not actually editing a full hour of live stuff. I put in a decent amount of time, but it was fun.
It's amazing how much time it takes to just get rid of all of Jeff's.
Jeff. We are right there on the same page.
no, just little things that'll happen. Someone coughing or sneezing or clearing their throat. You don't want to hear a bunch of that.
Correct. This is a special belated Father's Day episode because it is going to be coming out the day after Father's Day.
So it is.
So right off the bat, we will shout out happy one day late, assuming all of you are listening with bated breath on the moment that this comes out. Happy belated Father's Day.
Brush your teeth or something. Gee
yeah,
whiz.
What's wrong with your breath? Why is it so bated? And I will also say that we are recording on Thursday, June 13th, which happens to be almost 24 hours after the conclusion of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh my goodness, Dave!
Gee, who won? I didn't even look.
Yes,
Yay,
the Blues.
For the Blues.
The Blues win their first Stanley Cup in 52 years of the franchise. Once again, reiterating for everyone, we will not get into super deep hockey discussion.
Yeah, right.
I live in Columbus, Ohio. I was a fan of hockey, but prior to Columbus having a team, so yes, I root for the Blues. I am very happy that the Blue Jackets did well, and I have no problem rooting for them as well. They're just not my primary team. As we've established, Dave has...
I'm rooting for the Blues too, but I'm more like, go B.B. King and, go Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, okay, yeah, just a different kind of blues. Yeah. And, if you go back and listen to episode 12, you can hear me tell the story about Carrie Ann and I going to Boston
you did.
For Game 1. And I will tell you, I've had, everyone that was rooting for the Blues that isn't a Blues fan, it's because they just hate Boston so much.
Sure.
And I was in Best Buy last week before Game 6, and I was just looking for a little USB drive, and apparently
what kind of buy did you get? Was it the best?
It was the best, yes. That's why I went to that store, yes.
Okay, good.
And I had my Blues shirt and a Blues hat on, and from like 2 aisles away, an associate at Best Buy yells, I'm just looking at a shelf, and I just hear, I hope you lose tonight.
No.
It was an associate in his Best Buy apparel, doesn't come over and ask me if I need help, which I did, because I was nowhere close to what I was looking for.
And he still hasn't found what he's looking for.
And now we're having this discussion across the aisles about how... Because apparently he's a Boston fan. That is just how Boston fans, or at least the majority of them.
That was a Boston fan being kind.
Right.
Because there were no F-bombs in that or anything, so...
Well, you know what? I did a very anti-Boston thing, and at the end of our little cross-aisle discussion, I said, well, good luck to your team tonight, sir. I was a good sport. I was trying to...
so you wished... It's like you're supposed to say break a leg if you want someone to do well. So the fact that you wished them good luck, that may be the reason that the Blues won.
Well, actually, the Blues lost that night. That was Game 6. That's why it took a Game 7. So maybe I shouldn't have said good luck.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened then. Yeah.
Maybe my good sportsmanship destroyed the Blues' opportunity to win at home.
Well, I'm sure whatever it was, you're responsible for that loss.
Okay, that's fair enough. Did you see Mr. Brian Angelo post on our page today?
Yes, I did, but I can't remember what he said.
Okay, well, I appreciated, now we're to the point where we've got enough fans that know us well enough that they are providing us with show prep. I love that. So he brought up, and this will be the last thing that I will discuss about hockey, but it really doesn't have to do per se with actual hockey. It has to do with betting. So I had heard about this story over the last couple months. As a matter of fact, I think I heard Bobby Carpenter and Anthony Rothman discussing this about a month ago on 97.1 The Fan. But there was a gentleman who's a St. Louis Blues fan who back on January 2nd was taking a trip to Vegas. And at the time, the Blues were last place in the league, and Vegas was offering 250 to 1 odds. And
wow.
Brian reminded me of this story today through our Facebook page. So thank you, Brian.
Right. Yeah.
And this guy had taken $400 with him as his gambling budget. And when he saw these odds, even though the Blues were in last place, he put down all of his $400 on the Blues to win the Stanley Cup. He won $100,000 last night. It
seems like since the odds were so great, I mean, maybe I'm just, I don't know, dreaming, but it seems like it should have been like $1 million or something.
Well, I didn't sit down with a calculator and crunch the numbers, but
okay.
But apparently, at one point, the Blues were winning the series 3-2, and somebody reached out to this guy and offered him $75,000 guaranteed cash right now. I'll buy your bet.
Wow.
And that guy was hoping to win an extra $25K, and this guy said no. This guy could have also hedged his bet when the Bruins were losing, and he could have placed some money on the Bruins, but being a Blues fan, he said, nope, I'm not going to put any money on the Bruins. He rode that thing like, what's it? Leave it. I don't remember the expression. Leave it to Beaver.
That's what I always say.
Okay. Once again, Dave is aging himself.
Reruns.
But yeah, so he rode that bet. He won $100,000 last night. So good for him. I'm happy. It's still sinking in for me, but that will be the last we'll discuss that. I just had to bring it up.
Speaking of bets, I like to bet that it's not the last time we bring it up.
All right. What do you want to bet?
4 corn dogs.
Oh, you're a low bidder. At Kroger's, 4-pack of corn dogs is maybe like, I don't know, $2.99. But it's possible that they only come in 10 packs, like bowling balls.
Buns. Yeah, bowling balls.
Right. Yes. You guys, anybody who doesn't know what the heck we're talking about, you go back and listen to previous episodes. We like to tie in. It's inside jokes for our fans.
I know it's annoying for you guys, but
right.
You 1 or 2 time listeners.
Yeah. So
you
Dave,
need to hear it all.
Yes, all of it. That's why we gave you the best of, just as to let you sink your teeth into everything as a whole.
A taste.
We don't want you to sink your teeth into a hole. We just as a whole.
Yeah.
Ew. So you're in Nashville, of course, Dave.
Thanks for reminding me.
Okay, yeah, I was reminding everyone else, but with social media, did you hear the news about Urban Meyer's new venture, the former coach of the Buckeyes? Yes,
he's opening a restaurant. How
yes,
cool
he
is that?
That is very cool in Dublin, Ohio. It's going to be called Urban's Pint House, and they're going to be opening it this fall. So
I think you should call it Dublin or nothing.
Oh, well, now you're back to bringing up betting. Yes, Dublin or nothing. and hopefully, Shelley and Urban listen to this, and he's going to be kicking himself. Why did I go with Urban's Pint House when it could have been Dublin or
Urban's
nothing?
Dublin or nothing.
Urban. That's a mouthful. Urbans. I almost said Urblins when you said Dublin or nothing.
No, you did say it. You did actually say it.
Maybe now I'm leaning back to the fact that Pint House was the right idea.
Maybe. I saw a hitchhiker with a sign that said Dublin or nothing.
Oh, in Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay. Or that could have been in Ireland.
Ireland.
Oh, I'm going for Dublin or nothing.
Always after me, Lucky Charms.
Those thieves. But yeah, so anybody who's a Michigan fan, University of Michigan, yes, we can't, supposed to cut out the M. You're not going to like this next piece of this conversation, and we don't care because we're Buckeye fans.
True.
But Urban apparently is going to have a room that is like a private room that you can, I don't know if you rent out or whatever, at the Pint House that is going to be called the 7-0 room, and it's just going to be like a collection of memorabilia about the fact that he spent 7 seasons at The Ohio State University and lost to Michigan zero times. 0 times. That's right.
That's great.
Yeah, so I think that's awesome. One of the great things I love about that is, there was a lot of concern because they have ties in Florida. I'm sure they have a house in Florida. I mean, they could go anywhere they want. But I also know that Corey Dennis, Urban's stepson, which actually the band I'm in, the Love Benders, we were fortunate enough a few years ago, well, probably about 3.5 years ago now, I want to say, to play the wedding down in Atlanta, Georgia for Urban's oldest daughter, Nikki Meyer, now Nikki Dennis. And Corey, her husband, is actually a wide receiver coach with the Buckeyes. And they've recently had 2 little boys, Troy and Gray.
Yeah. I got to get a word in every now and then.
Yeah, intermittent man.
Intermittent man. No, so she married her stepbrother?
No,
because you
said...
Did
I say stepson?
Stepson, yeah. Son-in-law.
Yes, son-in-law.
Yeah, I figured that, but, I thought I should correct you there.
Well, thank you for stepping in because
stepbrothering in.
Yes. I was really about to skew their family tree.
Yeah.
Why does Troy have 17 toes? Is that normal?
Oh, man.
No, Troy and Gray is the newest grandson of Urban and Shelley and son to Nikki and Corey. They're adorable, and I assume if they named their second son Gray, they're hoping for a third baby, which will be a girl.
Scarlet.
Yes, that's what they have to do. I mean, you have to assume that's where they're going with that.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
I don't know. But yeah, Shelley, you've met Shelley, right, Dave?
Of course, yeah. We're both University of Cincinnati grads.
That's right.
As is what's his name, Urban.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, Carrie Ann just bought tickets to go to the Cincinnati OSU game this year, early in the season. So we will be attending that.
Is it in Cincinnati?
No, it's in the shoe.
I don't think that would ever happen in Cincinnati.
Well, who knows? Yeah, you're right. But
stadium's not big enough.
So that'll be interesting because Fickle's still there.
Still there? Come on.
But yeah, Shelley is... I just want to give a quick shout out to Shelley Meyer because she is just the most thoughtful person. I'll make it really short and sweet. I played 2 years ago when we were in Michigan, like we will be again this year. Some people asked me to come play acoustic at their tailgate. They parked outside the big house. Shelley pulled up. She ended up partying with the whole group of people that had brought me there. And after I had played my guitar shortly before the game, I had to pee. I had too much information.
As always.
I get back on our bus really quick, and I use the restroom. And yes, and as I'm coming out of the restroom on the bus, some girl in the party gets on the bus and looking for me, and she goes, "Oh, there you are. Shelley's looking for you." And I'm like, okay, they must be leaving to go over to the stadium because the game's starting soon. So I walk off the bus, and there's Shelley looking around for me. She had a no-bake cookie that she just wanted to give me. She was just looking for me to give me a cookie because she is just a very kind, thoughtful person, and Shelley is amazing. And Shelley, if you're listening, thank you so much for all the support you've given all of the musicians on the boat. And
that's true. Yeah, she's always been really kind to me. We've had some good talks on the ship.
She's
short,
very down to earth. It's very down to earth.
That one cruise that was fogged in for 2 extra days. I ran out of shirts, but I happen to have, all my Ohio State shirts I ran out of. So I had a Cincinnati shirt, so UC. Right. So I was wearing that. And
I do see.
I
have glasses on.
Yeah. OSU. So I was feeling a little insecure about somebody going to call me out and be like, hey, what are you wearing that for? Kind of like that guy did from
Best Buy?
Frost.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Best Buy guy.
When I said something about Cincinnati, and he said, what kind of cruise do you think this is?
Right. Yes, you're right.
But then, anyway, so she's like, I love that shirt. And then I think that's when I really realized that she had gone there, and was an alum.
Right. Well, they haven't been on the family has not been on the boat the last 2 years. They've been giving other coaches and assistant coaches an opportunity to experience the cruise. They will be back on the boat this year. And from what I understand, in full force, the entire family. And really quick, I just want to give an additional shout out to Urban's sister, Gigi Esco, and her husband, Jim. They are just the sweetest, most fantastic couple. I got to meet them down at the wedding, and I've seen them on the cruise in years recently. And also Urban's youngest daughter, Gigi Meyer, and her now fiance, congratulations, you two, Brian Pruitt. They are both just awesome people. It's amazing how, powerful is the wrong word, but they could be this power family, and they are technically, by definition, they are just so down to earth and grounded, and that's such a rare thing to encounter.
Yeah, and I had one other connection with Urban.
He borrowed your charger.
No
connection, but
Yeah, I get it. So my cousin's son, Cody Wharton, played on Florida the first year or both years that they won a championship.
Nice.
I know he was there on the first year, but he didn't play much. He got hurt. But the first year that Urban was on the cruise, I said, hey, do you remember a kid named Cody Wharton? He's like, yeah, good guy, good player.
Did he get hurt so much that eventually he just handed his belt into Urban and said, you can keep the belt?
No, he did not. Because he's not
me.
Doesn't have a capital L on his forehead.
Episode 2, everyone.
Little smash mouth for you.
Or 13 now.
Yeah. So actually, my cousin Cody Wharton is when I met Mark Pantoni, the coach, the recruiting coach for the Buckeyes. We were just talking, and he said he'd been at Florida, and I told him my cousin played there, and he's like, "Oh man, I love Cody. Yeah, we were good friends." So I thought that was pretty cool.
Very cool.
You know what else? Small world. Do you know who the center is for the Bengals right now?
The center or the center? Because if you're talking about a center on the Bengals, there's probably multiple.
Probably a few. The center.
Oh, the center. No, school me.
He's an Ohio State alum named Billy Price.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know he was at the Bengals now.
Yeah, according to my chiropractor, who's very good friends with him.
Really?
Yeah. He goes, yeah.
How'd that happen?
Well, it's not the...
Dr. Ben Forgot?
No, not Ben Forgot. It's actually Ben Sweeney, because I didn't forget
you remember.
This time. Yeah. But there's 3 chiropractors there, so you end up with one of the 3.
Gotcha.
But it was Quentin Pearl who used to play football with him in high school.
Quentin Pearl sounds like the name of a character on SpongeBob. I'm just going to, throw that out there.
You're thinking of Pearl, the daughter of,
all right, maybe.
Mr. Krabs.
I love that show.
Well, it was great till all of a sudden it was terrible.
I don't remember it getting terrible.
Maybe it got terrible.
Maybe my kids got too old right when it got terrible.
They switched out all the writers or something for cheaper people, and all of a sudden it was just went from being very clever to very stupid.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Kind of like this show goes sometimes.
Well, it happens.
Jeff happens.
So, Dave, week 13, we did, as we've mentioned, our best of episode because you were out of town.
Correct.
And last we spoke, you had gone to, I hate to give them another plug, but roomstogo.com.
Yes.
To find furniture for Reagan's new place. So you were helping him move. How did all that go?
We ended up not buying any furniture at Rooms to Go because they couldn't deliver till after I was going to be gone anyway.
Right.
So I said, let's just go down there and we'll find something. So, of course, we did. We found a really great shop called Badcock's.
Wait,
no
what?
jokes. No jokes. Just Badcock's Furniture. All right. So they were fantastic. The prices were great. The furniture was great. And
I'm just going to say worst name for a furniture store ever.
yeah. So anyway, no, it's a big chain down there, I guess.
Gotcha.
So anyway, we were very happy. Got him all situated. Got everything happening.
Is he happy and settled?
Oh yeah, and he's had a full week of working at NASA now. So
did you at least go online to rocketstogo.com as I recommended? And buy some rockets for his apartment?
We still haven't. He's getting the internet hooked up now, so I'm already gone. So we had no.
So
internet
where exactly
to do
is he living now? Like what area?
It's called Titusville.
Okay.
It's right near the NASA
facility.
I was going to say campus, but that's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, facility's probably better.
All right.
And yeah, he's close to work, and it's only like, golly, it was about 45-minute drive to the airport, the Orlando airport. So
that's not too bad. How far is he from Disney World?
I think that was 55. So I think the airport was 40 minutes to the airport, and then another 15 to Disney.
Wow. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I was excited as a kid to be close to Kings Island. He's like right by Disney World and Universal and Epcot and MGM.
Did we ever talk about the fact that I played at Kings Island and you were probably there and saw the shows?
We may have.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it personally. I don't recall if we discussed that on the show. We may have. Carrie Ann and I are taking my kids to Kings Island on July 18th, I want to say.
Just say it, man.
We are right smack dab in the middle of Cedar Point and Kings Island. We have the option to go to either. I'm a Kings Island kid.
Yeah.
We're going to KI.
Yeah.
As the Cincy kids call it, KI.
That's really clever, you know?
Right.
It's the initials for Kings Island. Everybody calls it that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think the people from, Dubuque, Iowa call Kings Island KI.
And where did you live when you were in? Were you in Madison or Mason? I mean,
Mason. Yes. So I actually went to the last year when I wasn't in Catholic school. I went to Kings Mills Middle School, which was right around the corner.
Yeah,
like
Kings
the property
Mill Road.
line. Yeah, the property line of my middle school pretty much butted up to the property line of Kings Island on the backside.
You said
That's what
but.
she said.
Oh no.
Oh,
So-
hey. I resisted the furniture store. Give me that one.
True.
Yes.
I mean, you didn't really resist. You had to say something, but
No, I just laughed
Yeah, okay.
hysterically like a seventh grader. Well, what am I going to do? You know?
yeah.
You should have just acted like you didn't remember the name of the store, like your chiropractor, and just said it was called Forgots Furniture.
So I lived in Loveland when I played at Kings Island.
Okay.
Remember that little town?
Yep.
It was lovely.
Yeah, I think all that was like in the Montgomery kind of area, right?
Sure.
I don't know if Montgomery was a county. I don't know. I moved here when I was
a city, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I moved to Columbus when I was 13 years old, so I never.
No, it was a restaurant. That's what it was.
You're thinking of Montgomery Inn, which actually Bob Hope used to have the ribs flown out to his USO shows.
Really?
Over in foreign countries because he loved those ribs so much.
Wow. Wow.
And now you can buy Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce at Kroger.
Kroger? I've never heard of that.
Oh, Kroger's. I'm sorry.
That place? Yeah.
Yes. Dave, you would have been proud of me actually recently.
Why?
Since we last had
I can't imagine what this could be. What could you have possibly done to make up for all the other stuff?
I went to 2 Krogers in one outing.
So you were able to say, I went to Kroger's.
I was legitimately able to say Kroger. I went to Kroger's.
Don't you think when somebody
And
says
say it
Kroger's,
correctly.
what they're saying is kind of Kroger's
Apostrophe S.
Kroger's grocery store, like.
Right. They think of it as like a guy owns it named like Jim Kroger. I went to Kroger's. Apostrophe S. Like Bob Evans. We are giving so many free shout outs on this show. I want to point out we do want to offer advertising space, and here soon we are going to be offering an advertising plan.
Cool.
But in the meanwhile, we're going to offer that up at the end of July. We're going to get all of our statistics put together.
Yeah.
We want to remind everybody that if you advertise with us, you don't just advertise once, because
it lives
anybody
forever.
can go back and listen. Yeah. And
we're
so
going
you can go back.
We're going worldwide now too.
Oh, we are. We how many new countries
my
did we
gosh.
get listeners from in the last week? Like 12?
Something like that. All of a sudden, all these 3 from. Well, I'd have to look it up. I can't even remember. Just lots of
That's okay.
Brazil.
Even Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yeah, that was a weird one. Yeah.
Yeah. Peru, Indonesia.
Singapore. I remember seeing Singapore on there. And I played a show in Singapore once.
Oh, wait. You meant the country Singapore. I thought you said Singapore. Never mind.
But that's how you always sing. A poor is a poor singer.
He is a poor singer. He sings a poor. Well done.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I'm going to have to add a laugh track in here to make this funnier.
That's okay. Well, you do that all the time, or booze.
Yeah.
It's where it's needed. So, as I mentioned, we are coming up on Father's Day. We will be airing this, or the beginning of this episode. Real quick, before I derail myself from the sales discussion.
Oh, yeah.
Sales at jeffandclo.com. If anyone wants to get in right now before we figure out what our actual pricing is, in the month of July, if you want to be a sponsor for the show, we will do a live read for your business, your product, your service. We will also plug your company name, your contact information, and what your product and service is at the beginning and the end of the show. That will be 3 mentions, a beginning and plug and a live read in the middle. We're going to do all that for $100. So get a hold of us at sales@jeffandclo.com for $100. You can get mentioned 3 times on our show. It will be on there forever.
Yeah.
And then we will figure out how we're going to deal with the pricing after July once our listenership is through the roof.
Greyhound need not apply.
Greyhound need not apply.
Yes.
Badcock's Furniture, feel free. You guys did a great job.
They did a great job.
Yes.
They're all over Florida. They've crept up to, I think she said, as high as Georgia, maybe North Carolina.
I have so many responses to that. We're going to move on. Okay. So again, this is kind of the Father's Day episode. So I wanted to find out from you, and maybe I've got some stories. Do you have any stories either of your own father that are humorous, or of yourself as being a father?
Well,
just something you did where you just screwed up as a dad.
Oh, gosh. I got one of those. So my second oldest child is named Ryan. Excellent filmmaker. And when he was little, he doesn't even like to hear this story. He was probably 6 years old. And we went for a walk, and it was the strangest sequence of things that happened in a row. First, we're just walking. We walked up to this little cul-de-sac, and we were kind of walking around. We live in a hilly section, so we're kind of at the top of a hill. And all of a sudden, this dog starts running towards us, barking. And so I notice he's a little scared, so I put him up on my shoulders. Right before the dog gets to us, this is a very strange sequence, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it starts raining. It's just one of those quick, all of a sudden, it just starts coming down really hard. We happen to be standing right near one of their friends' house, but their house was kind of down over the hill a little bit, so we're right at the driveway, and it's raining really hard. I've got him up on my shoulder. The dog has run back to his house, and they have one of those aggregate driveways, and I put 1 foot on that driveway. I was thinking we'll go down to their front porch and wait for the rain to stop, and I put 1 foot on that driveway, and it just slipped out from under me because those driveways can be so slick. And I, of course, trying to protect him, I kind of raised him up in the air a little bit. I hit my tailbone so hard.
Ow.
So I'm laying there, and he gets up and he's crying because he's just freaked out about the whole thing.
Right.
And it's pouring rain, and he just starts running. He's like 5 years old, 6 years old. He just starts running, and I can't even hardly move. My tailbone hurts so bad. I'm laying there. I'm going, oh, wait, stop.
Right.
Come back. And he just runs, and then I slowly gather myself and get up and hobbling through the rain.
And then the dog pounced on him and ate him, and that's why we don't talk about Ryan anymore.
Oh.
I'm kidding, Ryan.
Bad
We love
ending.
you. We've talked about Ryan. That is a bad ending. But you just kind of abandoned the whole dog thing.
Well, the dog,
during the
I said
story.
the dog ran back to its house when it started raining.
Oh, okay.
It ran back,
I
and
gotcha.
it just, it was such a weird, literally, like, I'm telling you, this all happened in like 4 steps. 1 step, dog's coming, put him up on my shoulders. 2 steps, it starts raining. 3 steps, I'm standing on the driveway. 4th step, I'm stepping onto the driveway, slip, fall. It was the fastest,
and there goes my
craziness. And then my son's running off. And I don't even know at that point if he knows exactly where he's going,
That's funny.
And, it was really not a good dad moment. And literally he was mad at me for months. And to this day, he's in his...
He's still mad at you?
He's 21 now. And I can't bring up that story. So
wow.
I know he hasn't even listened to the first podcast yet, but so this might be...
He latched
it might
on
be
to that
about
at
4
5.
years. Maybe about 4 years from now when he's listening to this.
Okay.
He'll be like, Dad, you shouldn't have told that story. No.
That's all right. If he's not listening, it's fair game.
It upset him for so long. It took a long time to win back his trust.
He's like, my dad can't even walk on a driveway.
I remember telling a friend about that. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. And he's like, he goes, I understand. I would have been mad at my dad. I would be like, you don't need to be falling down and stuff.
Well, it's not like you did it on purpose.
I know, but it's like, it's like a kid.
You kept him from breaking legs.
Maybe I didn't want to land on his legs.
I think that sounds like a good dad story. So
yeah, yay for me.
I applaud you. Let's get some applause for you, Dave.
Yay.
Yeah, so I'll tell a story then. And my son was probably...
They're still applauding me.
Around the same age, 5 years old or so, and was just getting into... There was a local flag football league, and my daughter, who's 13 months older than him, was on the cheerleading squad. They were both just as cute as could be. Nothing was taken too seriously. And they did not have a coach for the flag football team, and I knew they needed a coach, so I volunteered to be a coach. Maybe I assumed another father would step in and help me.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was a kid, my dad coached a lot of the teams that I was on, that my brother was on. Granted, he knew what he was doing. As we've discussed at length in previous episodes, I know nothing about football. So I've got this team. I am the sole coach for this team of flag football kids who are just learning how to play football.
Like SOUL coach?
No, I was. No, I wasn't. No.
Like, hey, we need some more soul on this team.
Yes, I hired Stevie Wonder to play at all of our games. No, I was the only coach. So here I am. I am like I made these like laminated like plays that I designed in my graphic design programs.
Oh, I bet they
using
were
X's
fantastic.
and O's. Oh, well, they looked great because I'm a graphic designer and I wanted them to be rainproof. So they were on like this, metal circle that with a hole punch so you could flip them over. But anybody who knew anything about football would have looked at my plays and gone full Fargo. The heck you mean? They probably made no sense. I mean, I was just looking at how can I deceive the other team and try and make every play was all about making someone think
coordinated?
that the guy that had the ball
Didn't have
which he
it, yeah.
didn't, was running this way, so they'd all run that way because they're all stupid 5-year-olds. And then I'd have one other kid that would just go run up, into this empty area of the field. It never worked.
I hope
we were
Urban
awful.
Meyer's listening right now to this.
Yeah, Urban will be. I hope he is ashamed for me. But I remember, I don't remember the kid's last name, so I'm not going to call him out by full name.
These
but-
plays are stupid, Coach. Is that what happened?
No, I wish that's all it was. His name was Lance, and he
Call him out.
He would
Call him
cry
out.
for
Call
no
him
reason.
out.
Like he would just
Call
be
him
running
out.
up the field. No one would touch him, and he would just stop and start bawling in the middle of the field. And I had
Like his coach.
no tolerance for that. So I would yell from the sidelines, Lance! And I would force him to come stand on the sideline next to me, and I would not let him play until he would stop crying.
Now you know what your coaches were going through with you.
Hey, you know what? I never got Lance's belt at the end of the season.
He was probably better than you then.
But yeah,
What was that lacrosse coach when you thought, or game when you thought he said third string, and he said first string?
Yeah, I thought he said first string, and I was third string, so I ran on the field. Yes,
You thought
that
he
was
said
lacrosse.
third, but he said first.
No, I thought he said first because I was third.
So why
I
would you
was
run on the
sucky.
field if you were?
Oh wait, you're right. I thought he said third,
Say
but
that-
he said
say
first.
that a couple more times.
No, I'm done.
The you're right part.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're right. And when you're right, you're right.
right.
And you're always right. You know what movie that's from?
You're right. Yes.
Mel
yes.
Brooks.
Oh.
John Candy.
I know. What is that? You're right.
Even before we get to the Slow Clo Trivia, I'm
gosh.
quizzing you.
I know that one. Oh, we got that tonight?
Oh yeah, he was a Mog, a half man, half dog.
Oh, you're doing a different one than I was thinking of. Yeah, that's the Star
Yes.
Wars. What was it
Yes.
called? Spaceballs.
Yay! Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Yes. Well, when you're right, you're right, and you're always right. Yeah.
Okay.
I have used that phrase many a time in my life.
Not with me.
I don't know why I went Borat.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have Slow Clo Trivia. And because it is Father's Day weekend,
Let's get to it.
let's get to it. And these are going to be dad jokes. And I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you the setup, and you have to give me the punchline. So let's go ahead and hear the Slow Clo Trivia Show theme song.
It's the Slow Clo Trivia Show. It's the Slow Clo Trivia Show. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
We wrote that theme song, by the way. Yeah, that's right.
All
we
right.
did write that, didn't we?
That is correct. All right, so you always get mad when I give you
It's my bad
like
temper.
the first couple Slow Clo Trivia shows. It felt like it took like 7 questions for you to truly understand
The
how
rules.
it worked.
Yeah.
So, and then the first time I gave you a sample, you got it right instantly, even though it was a 3-part question. You got it right on the first try, and then you were mad that it didn't count. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 2 examples. If on the first example you get it right, I'm going to count it and move on.
Okay.
And the game is on, okay?
Okay.
If you don't get it right on the first one, I'm going to give you a second one as a setup, and that one, no matter what, will not count.
Now, these are some rules I can understand.
Okay, so far, I promise you on question number 7, you're going to be like, all right,
What?
I'm getting the hang of it now. Oh, the awful laugh. All right, so I give you the joke, you give me the punchline. Remember, these are dad jokes, so it's stupidity. And sometimes
when you say dad
the
jokes,
punchline,
like jokes about dad, or the kind of bad jokes
no,
that
these
a
are
dad
the
would
jokes
tell?
that a dad would tell.
Okay. I'm
That are
good at this 'cause
groaners.
trust me.
The groaners. Yeah.
Trust me, man. My
Okay.
dad's listening right now.
Okay,
He-
this one doesn't
He
count.
trained me my whole life.
Okay, well, maybe.
This doesn't
This
count
one do-
unless I get it, though, right?
unless you get it right, okay?
Okay.
This
I'm
is
ready.
just a setup for now. What do you call a dog that can do magic?
Dad,
Oh.
how come you never told me this one?
Oh. You want the answer?
doggy?
No, it's a labracadabrador.
A labracadabrador. That's too
Yes.
sophisticated for my dad.
No, it's so stupid. It's
I'll
so
give you
obvious.
that.
You'll start to get the hang of this.
Oh,
Be-
I'm sure everybody that was listening to the podcast just went labracadabrador.
No, they probably didn't. This next one,
That was
I think,
too
is a
stupid.
little easier because it seems so obvious, but this one doesn't count now. This is setup number 2, and then we start the game.
This is
okay?
rehearsal number 2. All right.
Yes. What do prisoners use to call each other?
Cell phones.
There you go.
So
Okay.
it counts
so
now, right?
No, that didn't count. That was the second setup. So now moving forward, I got 15
Changing the
of these
rules, though.
gems for you. Okay? Odd numbers, so that you can either
Okay.
succeed or fail. Okay, so now you're getting the premise that it's a very obvious setup. Okay. Why can't you hear this one counts. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Because they're extinct.
Yeah. No. Do you want another guess, or you want the answer?
Because that is true. What I said was true.
Think about the word pterodactyl.
Yeah, I know. I give up. I'm out on that.
All right, because the P is silent. Oh.
Pterodactyl.
Yes. All right, you better know this one
Okay.
because every dad has told this joke.
All right.
Did you hear about that new really popular cemetery?
Oh, this is totally my dad's. People are just dying to get in there.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Dave gets 1. He's 1 for 2.
Dad, if I had $1 every time you told that, every cemetery we passed, actually.
You'd be rich?
Well, I'd have at least about $25.
Or you'd have $7. Okay.
Maybe 30.
All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Number 3. What is the least spoken language in the world? Remember,
least spoken.
these are all so obvious.
Okay. The jokes always are obvious to you when you know the answer.
Good point. The least spoken language in the world.
I will say the sign language.
Correct. Ding, Dave.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm almost helping you too much at this
Yeah,
point.
don't help me so much.
All right, here you go. Number 4. What do you call a person with no body and no nose?
No body and no nose.
You're thinking too hard.
Yeah. Boy, I don't know. Hold on. No body. Dad, you failed me on all these.
All right, the answer is nobody knows.
Nobody knows. You told me in the question.
Yes. All right, here we go. Number 5. Why did the invisible man turn down the job offer? Why did the invisible man
I know.
turn down the job offer? It's okay. I want you to lose.
Gosh. What's my score right now?
You have 2 out of 4.
Visible man turned down a job offer.
Yeah, the active word is invisible man, not turn.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just going to tell you.
No one could see to him behind the counter. I don't know.
Oh, you were so close. He couldn't see himself doing it. Oh. You were close though. See, you're starting to pick up on this. You've got more.
That's a good joke.
All right.
That's a good joke. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, this is number 6. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday?
I'm 80.
I'm 80.
I'm
That's
80.
right. Good one, Dave. Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good job. You are now 3 for 6. All right. Here we go. Number 7. What time did the man go to the dentist?
Tooth hurty.
Oh, boy. Look at you.
Dad, you're paying off.
That's right. You are now 4 for 7. Okay. How many tickles does it take? This is number 8. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
Wow. Have not heard this one.
It's all right.
1.
10 tickles.
Tentacles.
Yes.
But why does that make him laugh?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's the joke. It's a dad joke. It's supposed to be stupid.
Okay.
All right, you're still 4 for 8. You're doing just fine.
Okay.
All right. What did the buffalo say? This is number 9. What did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off at school?
It's got to be bye, son.
Yes. Ding, ding. Dave, you're driving me crazy.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be slow, but you have very good logic.
I've been training my whole life for this.
You are 5 for 9. You are winning at the moment.
My
All
whole
right.
childhood was about this.
Okay, number 10. Why are crabs bad at sharing? Have I stumped thee?
Well, 4 out of 9 so far you have.
5 out of 9.
I've got 5 out of 9.
Yes.
You stumped me 4 out of 9.
Oh, okay, yes. Number 10. Why are crabs bad at sharing?
Because they're crabby?
Oh, no, because they're shellfish.
Shellfish.
Oh,
Golly,
yes.
it's so easy.
It is. That's my point. Okay. Well, it seems easy when you hear it.
Yeah. It's
All
fine.
right. Here we go. Number 11. You are now 5 for 10, so you're still doing good. Number 11. What sound does a 747 make when it bounces?
Really?
Yeah.
And this is obvious?
You're gonna kick yourself when I tell you the punchline.
740s. I didn't know they bounced.
Well, just
Yeah, okay.
you want the answer?
No. 740s.
I'm gonna give you a hint. No, I want you to think about the sound of bouncing.
Boeing.
Yes, Boeing, Boeing, Boeing.
Boeing
There you go. That's it.
747.
I'm going to give you that because the next one is very hard.
Okay.
But one of my favorites of the ones I found. All right, you are now 6 for 11. You are winning. I'm not going to give you any more hints.
Won't need them.
All right.
All right.
I love this one. Number 12. What does an angry pepper do? I'll specify. What does an angry hot pepper do?
Wow.
And I'll tell you, there's one coming up at the end that you should absolutely get.
Whew.
So you're still on a
Boy.
good track.
What
What does an angry hot pepper do?
Burn your mouth.
No, it gets jalapeno face.
Jalapeno face. Jalapeno, Dad. That's a joke.
I love that one. Yes.
Jalapeno face.
All right, you are now 6 for 12. Okay, here we go. 3 more. Number 13. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors? Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
I thought they had.
You're gonna hate.
I thought they had 3 doors.
Well, to quit being literal. This is part of the joke.
I actually have no idea how many doors they have. What chicken coops? Cluck, buck, feathers,
Cluck.
cluck, buck, buck. Try to buck. That's the name of the furniture store. Buck.
No, that would be.
No, I said Petcock.
Oh. Yes, we need to write a jingle for that.
Yeah. Why is this?
Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors? You're running out of time.
Because coupe cars only have 2 doors. I don't know. Oh, because they're hatchbacks. They hatch.
Oh, you're so close.
Hatch.
I'm gonna have to buzz you on this, Dave. You're so close.
Hatch. Because it's 2
No,
doors.
it has
on a
nothing
hatch.
to do with the hatchback.
Oh.
No, because if they had 4, they'd be chicken sedans. Oh, you were close.
Yeah.
You were thinking about cars.
Yeah.
So, but you got stuck on the hatchback.
Yeah.
But I like your logic. I think it was good logic.
My dad this week
All right.
told the only funny joke I remember him telling, which was he actually found a nest in his van with little baby birds in it. They have no idea how it got in there. Somebody obviously put it in there, but he said, I guess it was like back in the back part of his van. So he said something about it. I guess it's a hatchback now. Hey, Dad, you got to laugh.
Go. That's a dad joke.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. I would tell you some of my dad's jokes, but this is a PG show. Yeah. Okay, so we got 2 more left. You are at 6 for 13. So you gotta basically get these last 2 right. Okay.
Okay.
Number 14. What do you call a lonely cheese? What do you call a lonely cheese?
Provolone?
Yes!
Woo!
Provolone! Dadgummit, Dave. You're going to win this one because I know you're going to know the last one. I shouldn't have given you the hint on the Boeing. You're
Boing?
at 7 for 14. So
All you
if
said is
get
think
this-
about the sound that it makes.
I know, but I shouldn't have even said that because you wouldn't have gotten it otherwise.
Yeah, but
But I'm still giving it to you.
how many
All
of
right.
these would you have
If-
gotten?
I don't know. You need to figure out a trivia show for me if you want to find that out.
Okay.
I'm the one that has to do all the prep work and make this happen.
But I'm the
So-
one that has to edit it and make myself say all the right answers before we put the episode out.
Tis true. Tis true. All right, this is the last one. If you get it right, you will win. If you get it wrong, you will lose. So it is all down. This is like, oh, you know what? I owe you 4 corn dogs. This is like Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals. It is all down to this. Okay, you ready?
4 corn dogs.
You-
Here we go.
How do you make a Kleenex dance? Oh, Carrie Ann even got this one.
How do you make a Kleenex dance? Hold on. Mm-hmm. Kleenex tissue. I'm surprised at me.
Oh,
Hold on.
this is like one of
Honey.
the most popular dad jokes ever.
My dad did not ever tell me this joke because I only remember bad jokes.
It's okay. This is a bad joke.
Blow, you know.
Gonna-
I might lose
Dave's
after
gonna
all.
lose. A pour.
Sneeze.
Yes.
Blow.
Yes. Lose.
What was it? What was the question again?
How do you make a Kleenex dance?
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Yes. How do you make a Kleenex dance with a question mark at the end?
Origin?
That is origin is the intranets.
The internet. Could you spell it? I always want to see
It has a silent 4.
I always want to see a spelling bee where they're asking.
Speaking of which, there was a spelling
Yeah.
bee championship recently, and they ran out of words, and they awarded like 12 kids the grand prize.
Oh, just
so you
make
know.
up some words.
Yeah, use Klingon or something. I don't know. All right, come on, last
should
one.
have
How
had
do you make
you
a
around.
Kleenex dance? Yeah.
Let's see. What makes anything dance? Tickle it.
Nope, that would be 10 tickles. You're thinking of the octopus. I'm going to give you the answer, Dave. You have lost. You have failed. The answer is put a little boogie in it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's so
Now you're realizing
easy.
you've heard that before, haven't you?
Yeah, I probably have.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's okay. You did good. You got 7 out of 15, and you were 50-50 on the setups. So you still did pretty good. I'll give you some kudos, but you're still, as I like to say, an abject failure.
Yeah, an object failure.
Not an object failure. Leave the big words to
A
Jeff.
reject failure.
And that too, yes. All right, we need to wrap up because we are running. Well, we're not running over. It's our time.
Yeah, you got to get to
but I
that
do
hockey game, right?
No, there's no more hockey
I
games. That was
know.
it last night. Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's unusual for you to not have hockey to go to.
Well, you brought it up again, so now I get my 4 corn dogs back. So real quick, I want to point out August 24th at Lucky's in Hilliard, we are going to be doing the Lucky's 6th. Believe that means it's their 6th anniversary of the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer fundraiser that they will be doing. Dave, you will be performing sometime afternoon.
Yes.
Then we will do a little Jef and Clo transition before I perform with the Lovebenders. Nate at Lucky's has actually asked if we would like to do a live broadcast, live recording of our podcast from Lucky's. There will be a lot of Buckeye players there, Scooney Penn's Cornhole. Maybe that's an option we can consider. We will discuss.
Yes, we will discuss.
Yes. Also, September 28th.
Thank you, Nathan Smith, by the way.
Thank you, Nate. Yes. And September 28th, we will be playing at the Eagles Club in Lancaster with Mustang Sally, Toby Lee, and Mustang Sally, as well as Crossfire. And we will be the opening act. And Tanya sent me some tickets. So if you live in the Central Ohio area, get on the Jef and Clo Facebook page, message us, and for $25, you can get your tickets in advance. I will find a way to mail them to you. Meet up
at the door. It's $30, right?
Correct. So you save $5, and you can come see a very rare live Jef and Clo appearance.
Yes, but we're going to be good because we're going to be motivated.
That's right. That's right. And also, don't forget to go to jefandclo.com. Get your Jef and Clo hat. I'm going to talk to Ryan Appel, and even though we have not gotten much feedback on the iTooth t-shirt design, I'm just going to make it happen because I want one.
Yeah, maybe by the time we get to that show in Lancaster and the one in Lucky's, we should
have some to sell at a merch booth.
Yes.
I agree. And we also, if you want to get some cards from us to promote this show, let's hear the jingle. I want cards at jefandclo.com. That's right. I want cards at jefandclo.com. I want cards at jefandclo.com. That's right. I want cards at jefandclo.com. I will send you cards, and you can put them in weird places and promote them to all of your friends. And one more reiteration, if you want to be a sponsor on the show coming up for $100, go to sales at jefandclo.com. You will get a plug at the beginning, plug at the end as our sponsor, and a live read at some point during the show. Once again, we want to give a shout out to Urban Meyer's Pint House, which Shelly actually, I asked her before the show via text if she had any details on that. It is going to be opening in August in Dublin, Ohio. So August, and we also want to point out the Urban and Shelly Meyer Fund for Cancer Research, which they will be doing events there to raise money for cancer research. So please look that up as well. It is an amazing cause. And I think that's it, Dave. We don't even have a song left. We're just going to give people some brain fart.
Yeah. And that's FHEART. It's heart. Heart with an F.
With an F. All right. Well, it was good talking to you, Dave. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you and Reagan had a good little trip.
I'm glad your Blues won, sir.
Thank you, sir. So am I. Dave, you have an amazing Father's Day.
You too, Jeff.
All right. Now, happy Father's Day out there to our dads and all the dads out there. Congratulations on what?
On being a father, sir.
Oh, thank you. It's biology.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you for noticing.
Well, you're a good dad. I've seen you in action.
There are furniture stores in Florida you can visit if you want to learn more about being a father. All right. All right, Dave. We'll talk to you next week. Love you, Dave.
Love you, Jeff. Bye-bye.
Brain freeze.